Welcome to Crushing Kayfabe. My name is Jason Garish, and a whole lot going on. Obviously, looks like the NFL season has wound down almost, and we're going to have the Chiefs versus the Philadelphia Eagles in the Super Bowl. Not a huge surprise, I can say, as I'm dripping water all over myself here. Sorry about that. Yeah, two best teams. Not a big deal. Cincinnati and Kansas City was an incredible game. I didn't think the Bengals would give them that much of a problem, but they seem to always have Kansas City's number, unfortunately. But hey, the better team won, definitely, I think. I think they'd be better. Kansas City, I should say, is better prepared to face against the Eagles. I don't think the Bengals would have fared that well. I think the Eagles probably would just shred that offensive line and wouldn't have been much of a competition. But the way the Eagles are playing right now, I think they're just going to take everything, tell you the truth. They're probably going to beat Kansas City. Mahomes was limping a lot. I don't know what kind of shape he's going to be in, how many hits he's going to be able to take. We'll see. But Philadelphia is playing really well right now, so we'll see that. Yeah. A shame that happened with the Niners and their injury situation. That was awful, but it's part of football. Unfortunately, got more deaths this morning. Looks like Lisa Loring, the original actress who played Wednesday Addams on The Addams Family, has passed away. She had a massive stroke last week, I guess, and her family has decided to pull the plug on life support. It's a real shame. She wasn't that old. I think she was like 64 or something. So there's a real shame there, especially with the recent success of Wednesday. And that character has, I hope she at least got some enjoyment out of the fact that, the character she helped bring to life had gained such massive popularity. I hope. And unfortunately, Hockey World sustained the loss with the great Bobby Hull passing away too. I'm not sure what the circumstances were regarding his death. Unfortunately, but he has passed away at the age of 84. At least he got to live a full life. But still, it's always sad to see a legend like that pass away. So rest in peace, Bobby Hull. And let's see. Sorry, just take a swig of my water there. Last week, AEW. Thankfully, the network has decided to lift all of the restrictions from having the Briscoes on TV. Obviously, it's a little too late for Jay, unfortunately, but Mark had a great match with Jay Lethal on Dynamite last week, and that was a fitting tribute, and it was good to see. I mean, Mark, obviously, they put on a good match, which was almost secondary to the whole thing. But it was great to see Mark come out there, and the entire locker room came out and got to share some moments with some people that he's wrestled with over the years through ROH and through the Independents, and that was really, really special moment. And I got to give credit where credit is due. Tony Khan definitely steps up when tragedy happens, and I have to give him all the credit in the world for that. I know he's taken a lot of criticism from me, but the way he's handled these types of situations, I can't give him enough compliments and say enough about him. I mean, one of the things that originally attracted me to AEW and made me a fan was the entire way that they handled the Brody Lee situation and his death, and that really kind of solidified me as a fan. And like I said, that really was one of the things. And regardless of Tony's some of his horrible booking mistakes and horrible booking, I give him a big shout out when he needs to step things up and when tragedy strikes. On the human side of things, he's always been really good in that respect. And I know that was one of the things that attracted CM Punk to AEW and made him decide to sign with them. Excuse me. But yeah, it's good to see him back on. I guess there's going to be some sort of tribute that actually airs on television, which is good. Which is there should be. There very well should be. But yeah, it was good to see Mark on AEW television. Good to see the tribute that they had paid him and Jay Lethal. Lethal looked like he was about to break down into tears every second of that. It seemed like really was probably very hard for him to do. But yeah. It was good to see him. Good to see him on national television, on AEW television, and was a really good situation. And yeah, like I said, much props go out to Tony Khan and the way he handles situations. Obviously, WWE, the big news there, it was Royal Rumble this Saturday. I wish they would stop putting these pay-per-views on Saturdays, only because I have to work on Sunday morning and I have to get up at 4. And I kind of liked them airing this stuff on Sundays. I'm happy for the rest of you that don't have to work on Sunday morning, but it's brutal for those of us that do. I ended up having to rewatch about half of it just because I fell asleep during the women's match, and that's not saying anything about the women's match and putting them down, but yeah, I was exhausted after the men's Royal Rumble, to tell you the truth. That was one of the best Royal Rumbles I've seen in years. Great job there. Great booking. Excellent booking. Unfortunately, it looks like Kofi Kingston is hurt. I'm guessing he sustained a concussion. From what I understand, they're following concussion protocol with him. It looks like he whacked the back of his head on the announce table when he went down, got thrown from the ring into the chair. Really, really sad for him. I hope that everything's okay. I've seen absolutely no press release or any public information regarding him, so I'm hoping that he's okay. I really am. It's maybe they've announced something. I just haven't seen it, but that whole spot looked horrible. I know Kofi has provided a lot of great moments for the Royal Rumble, but that unfortunately was not one of them. I'm guessing he was probably supposed to land in the chair or do a handstand in the chair. Some Kofi great spot that he was unable to do because of the way he landed. Which is sad. Kofi, like I said, Kofi's had a lot of great spots in the Royal Rumble, and obviously that's why they always continue to bring him out as such, and it's unfortunate that they would end that way. The commentators made no further comments after the primary remark. Who I forgot who made it. I don't know if it was Cole or whatnot, but who had said that looked like one of Kofi's feet didn't touch, which I understand that he's trying to play it off and try to continue with kayfabe, but it just made it even more awkward when later on in the match you just did not see him reappear, and as far as I know, there's no mention of what actually happened. That's unfortunate. I don't know if they mentioned it later on in the night. I mean, WWE commentary has improved tremendously, but still, I'm so trained now not to listen to it. I know it's a horrible thing to say, just because throughout the years it's been so bad with Vince McMahon screaming in everybody's ears. I know Michael Cole has improved tremendously now that he doesn't have that. But still, like I said, unfortunately, I think I've just trained my ears not to listen to WWE commentary, which is too bad. Great spot later on with Logan Paul and Ricochet. Wow, that was just insane when the two of them jumped off the top rope and went crashing into each other in the middle of the ring. What an insane spot. Just unbelievable. Incredible. So is Logan Paul and Ricochet going to be the new Kofi Kingston from now on, and just going to be relying on him for spots? That's kind of the way it looks, kind of. But hey, great spot, great match, and Cody won it, who's exactly who should have been booked to win it. Great booking, and no surprises, no gigantic surprises in that match. Cody was the last. I don't know if that was done on purpose to build suspense or to just make it that much more dramatic, or I don't know, or maybe just health-wise he couldn't sustain an entire match, which is entirely possible because of ring rust. But he put on a heck of a show with Gunther, though, at the end there when it was just isolated to the two of them. Did a great job, really good job. Great match. One of the better Royal Rumbles as a pay-per-view I've seen in a long time. But good job, good job. I'm trying to think now. After that was the second spot, weird spot to Bray Wyatt, was the Bray Wyatt and LA Knight match, the pitch dark match or whatever that pitch black or whatever it was called, match which was sponsored by Mountain Dew of all people. Was it odd? Yes, absolutely. Was it entertaining? Thoroughly. Yes, it was. I liked some of the spots. I mean, it wasn't a bad match, to tell you the truth, and which you don't normally expect from Bray Wyatt. You don't expect a great 5-star match from Bray Wyatt, unfortunately. He's just he's a good worker, but his in-ring ability is not all that creative. And I'm a Bray Wyatt fan. I'm saying that. I mean, relies a lot on his promos and a lot of his creativity outside of the ring and whatnot. It's relies a lot on that, which happened. They had a pretty good, solid match in the ring, and the lighting effect was pretty cool. Because like I said, I had no idea where they were gonna go with this. Absolutely no idea, and it was creative. It was kind of cool. LA Knight's looking like something out of the 80s with his trunks glowing there. I mean, I made a joke to one of my friends that it kind of looked like one of my buddies used to have all those blacklight Iron Maiden posters, and it kind of looked like one of those come to life, which it kind of did. And that's it was an interesting effect. It was kind of cool. And then to have Uncle Howdy show up at the very end of it and come off the very top of whatever that was, scaffolding, whatever, and come down on top of LA Knight was pretty impressive. And then the rest of the Funhouse characters come out. Was interesting. It was interesting. Bray's makeup, I loved it. I thought it was great. It was kind of terrifying. I'm glad my son had gone to bed already at that point, and I was glad for that. And it was an entertaining, good match. What else? It's bad because don't even remember what the heck they had after that, which is really bad. I know, but I was, like I said, between the men's rumble and the Bray Wyatt match, I think I was just exhausted after that point. The women's match wasn't bad. I think, like I said, I was just coming off of some things at that point. It was cool seeing some really cool, interesting makeup on Asuka. We had some surprises, obviously, with was Chelsea Green, whatnot, showing up. The biggest surprise probably was Nia Jax, which I'm hoping that this was a one-time event, and I hope they don't bring her back because I don't want to see more girls get hurt. I really, really don't want to see her, in any capacity on a full-time basis, just because she is such a liability. Man, I'm hoping they don't, but it's highly possible, especially after the controversial remarks she has made outside of WWE and about WWE and whatnot. It was shocking, but like I said, hopefully it's a one-time thing. What else? Obviously, what else? Sure. What the Bloodline feud came to a culmination with at the end of the match, between Kevin Owens and Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns, going to hit a fully incapacitated Kevin Owens with a chair, who was at the time secured to the ring ropes. And Sammy refusing to hit him with the chair and saying that Roman Reigns was better than this and all this. And then Roman Reigns handing off the chair to Sammy, and Sammy hitting Roman Reigns with the chair. Yeah. It's kind of we kind of expected something to happen. We kind of expected this whole storyline to run its course. What we didn't expect was Jey Uso leaving the ring in total disgust with the whole situation. It makes me wonder if Jey is going to side with Sammy in this whole thing, and I think that's kind of what they're alluding to. He's obviously Jey called Sammy to come in and make a save on SmackDown because the Usos been barred from the building, had to leave and all that. So, where does Jey's loyalties lie now? Is this going to break up the Bloodline? I hope not, because this has been one of the most entertaining things in a while that I've seen. I hope they don't do that. Is Jimmy Uso gonna team up with Solo? Is Jey gonna team up with Sammy? And apparently, it's been leaked that that Sammy is going to go against Roman Reigns in the Elimination Chamber. I don't know if that's true or not, but that is the rumor going around now. It's obviously not going to take place at WrestleMania. It's kind of a weird way to book things, especially with the title on the line, because it kind of guarantees that, Sammy's not going to win the title, because then more than likely, who's going to go up against Cody then at WrestleMania? Is going to be Sami Zayn. I have no doubt that they would put on a great match, but it doesn't carry the same notoriety and the same feel that a Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes match would generate. So yeah, that is what it is, So we'll see how that all plays out in the booking and whatnot, but it should be interesting. I know, like I said, the drama with the Bloodline is going to be an interesting thing to see. What else we got? Obviously, that was the big culmination, obviously, of Royal Rumble. So, kind of where we stand there with the wrestling, and we're getting ready for that Elimination Chamber coming up next in WrestleMania on the way. What was that, in April? I can't remember the exact date right now, but we got some things along the line. That kind of sums up everything I want to talk about the show. Check us out on CrushingKayfabe.com, crushing with a K, CrushingKayfabe.com, and while you're at it, check us out on Patreon, and you can get the audio and video without any ads, ad-free for just $1 a month. So for just $1 a month, you can help the show out, help keep the lights on, and help us do our thing here, and help us out. What else? Check out Then and Now Flea Market, downtown Trenton, Tennessee. You can buy some of my merchandise, I should say, and some of my wife's merchandise. Hooked by Jen Lynn. Check her out in there. Check out the Trenton Arcade and I screwed it up again. Trenton Tabletop and Arcade, and check them out and tell them Crushing Kayfabe sent you. You know, they're renting tables out for role playing, and they also have the arcade. And now they have a full size pool table, so check that out. And let's see, check me out if you want to support me and come down and say hi in person. This Saturday, I will be at the Magnolia Manor in Wang Chapel in Humboldt, Tennessee. And there I'll be competing in Songwriters Week. So I'll be competing for a chance to go play at the prestigious Bluebird Cafe in Nashville, which I'm really excited about. I did this last year. Unfortunately, last year I was recovering from a sinus infection, so I didn't really give my best showing, unfortunately. So hopefully I'll be able to do a little bit better this year. But either way, you know, come down, support the show, support me, and support local songwriters from Western Tennessee and whatnot. This is an event that's actually occurring all across the state of Tennessee. So there'll be a lot of people competing in different locations, you know, Memphis and whatnot, out Eastern Tennessee and whatnot. So yeah, that'll be this Saturday at 2:00 at Magnolia Manor, and check us out there, definitely. But hey, in the meantime, you know, thoughts and prayers going out to Ukrainian people. You know, they obviously deserve their freedom. You know, I should say, donate to some legitimate organizations such as UNICEF and like the Red Cross, so they can help the people out in Ukraine. And you know, thanks once again for tuning in, and God bless.